Alright. I am live. Honestly, I don't know if anyone's gonna come here tonight, but, that is okay. There's a lot of problems tonight. I'm gonna be a lot more aggressive than usual. There's this big-ass fan that I could probably, turn down a bit. Let me do that. There's this big-ass fan here that'll also be blowing. And, I have less time because my phone is not fully charged. But I don't care how much time I have. I'm gonna rip into this last song so much. Because listen, I've said I've been trying to be more nice about things lately on this channel, but this is impossible. If you make something like this, I'm gonna tear into it. I've never been so infuriated and angry and every bad emotion with a song before this one. This is actually by far the worst song I've ever heard. And I'm not even joking when I say that. I can't think of anything that has made me this angry ever. Now, okay, let me just tell you what it is. Number 37 is On My Own by Lucas, and it is the Zax remix, which I gave, I know it's impossible, but I don't care. I gave it a -1 out of 10. This is the worst song I've ever heard. It pulls you in with good vocals and just a really, really nice melody. You think you're in for something so nice. You think it's just gonna be, it's just gonna be a nice little chill track, right? And you just think, this is great. And then you get to the second half. Then you get to the second half. The second half of this song is the worst fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. And I'm actually just so pissed that anyone would do this. The industrial or new beat scene has been drained so much lately. Everyone's making a song. Everyone. So I finally thought for a change, there's a melodic song. And the second drop is fucking new beat. And on top of that, it's a copy of an intercom song that came out fucking a year ago at this point. It's so stupid. It's so bad. It's actually horrible. Not only is it a copy, it doesn't even make any sense. Gent and John's makes more sense than this. Every other song I've heard makes more sense than this. It's so disappointing. The song is legit a scam. It's just a scam. I don't fucking know. I don't know how to turn it off. I've tried. They're always just like that. People need to stop. Anyway, I don't want to get on this because I'll just get more and more angry. Here, let me just give me a sec. I think that should fix it. Okay. Alright, now that we're done with that piece of ass, let's go to 36, which is the drop 4BX Neverlift remix. The first drop, I gave this a 2 out of 10. First drop is just a bad version of the Jen John's remix, and the second drop is just Kong. I don't really have much to say other than that. Coming in 35th place is the drop Justiger remix, which I also gave a 2 out of 10. I don't remember this. I think it was hardcore or something. It was garbage, and it didn't sound good. A lot of these songs aren't memorable and aren't good, and I'm gonna be completely honest. This is the worst month Monstercat has had in so long. It's the worst month Monstercat has had in so long. I can't stress that enough. Coming in 34th place is the drop Wooly remix with also a 2 out of 10. And you like rhythm? You like bro step? I sure do. Let's just make that for 2 minutes. Super uncreative, and then let's just have that be the song. See, the problem with this one is that I can remember how terrible it is, unlike the Justager and the 4BX Neverlift ones. Like, you guys have watched these live streams before. I give like loads of 9 out of 10s and 8 out of 10s, right? There's only 14 9 out of 10s on this list. You might be like, oh, Matthew, that's a lot. There's 37 fucking songs this month. That is not a lot. That is a very small amount compared to what I usually give. I'm gonna need a drink of fucking something. I don't even know. Alright. In 33rd place is the Drop Skeleton remix. That's what I'm just going to say, the Skeleton remix. This is ass, and I gave it a 2 out of 10. I don't even need to... See, I would tell you something about it if I could remember it. All I remember is that it just sounded bad. Everything is so bad. Yeah, I usually do live streams for the months. And I'm usually not this angry, actually. I'm usually very okay and usually don't hate most of the songs, but this month is just... it existed. Coming in 32nd place, well, you'll see it in a bit, most likely. I'm going to try and get through these next, like, 15 super fast. Coming in 32nd place is the Bishu remix of On My Own by Lucas, which I gave a 3 out of 10. Marshmallow exists, and so does Bishu, and it was good that they... What was last place? Oh, it's okay. I don't want to talk about it again. It was the Zax remix of On My Own. It's actually... I didn't think I'd say this about a Monstercat song, but this is actually the worst song I've ever heard. It's just a scam. I don't want to think about it again. It's just... It's just not good. Coming in 31st place is the Drop Francis Dorelli, I think, remix. And I gave it a 3 out of 10. All I remember is that this was also Bro Step, but it was semi-better than Wooly, so, you know. Coming in 30th place is Fortnite, which I gave a 3.5 out of 10. And I don't think I need to say anything else. You should probably get it from that. If you don't, it's Needed You by Gamer. Everyone got angry at the cover art. The cover art aesthetically actually isn't even that bad. It's just the fact that it's on Monstercat, which is bad about it, honestly. But... Sorry, I need to drink stuff. My throat is weird. No, I have not heard that. I might listen to it in a bit. Yeah, I just gave it a 3.5. It's just Stay Tonight, and the second drop is like Oprah's version of his remix of Superhuman. Don't really want to talk about it. Coming in 29th place is the Alarm remix by We Are Fury, which I gave a 4 out of 10. And it's just cheesy future bass. And I don't really have much to say other than that. It's just cheese. Coming in at 27th place is... I just skipped a place. I'm just too angry at the Zax remix that I'm skipping stuff. Coming in 28th place is the Drop Jenton Johns remix, which I gave a 4 out of 10. And I'll be honest, the first drop here is really, really bad. But the second drop I can actually sort of tolerate. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. Like, I'd rather listen to that a couple times than listen to the Zax remix ever again. Ever. Oh, it's my least favorite song ever. It's not only my least favorite song on the label. I've decided that it's legit my least favorite song ever. Like, ever. I can't speak right now. I need to drink more of this. Alright. Coming in at 27th place is the Alarm Signal remix, which I gave a 5 out of 10. Now, this is just, I don't really have much to say. No, I'm actually not. Because, like, I'm not, honestly. If you were subscribed to me back in the day, that's when I overreacted. This time I'm not overreacting. This is actually how I feel about the song. Because no song has actually made me feel this angry or just done in every single way. Honestly. Coming in at 27th place is the Signal remix of Alarm. I gave it a 5 out of 10. I don't really have much to say about it. It's kind of boring. I guess it's sort of cool because it sounds a bit like Noisia, but I'd rather like not sit through like however long that song is because it gets very boring. Coming in at 26th place is the Drop Dubloads remix. I could see it. But yeah, the Dubloads remix is coming in at 26. It's pretty okay. I gave it a 6 out of 10. I don't really have much to say about it. It's weird. That's all I'm going to say. But then again, it's Dubload, so it's kind of normal for him. Coming in at 25th place is Voices by Coven, which I also gave a 6 out of... Sorry, I keep on, like, dying. Yeah, this month basically was a bunch of remix packages. You're right about that. 25th place is Voices by Coven, which I gave a 6 out of 10. I'm going to keep on repeating myself. It's, I don't really have much to say about it. It's kind of like, Dream in Colorway. It should be good, but I don't really feel anything when listening to it. But that's just me. Coming in 24th place is Mad For You by Snareskin, featuring Trove, I believe, which I gave a 7 out of 10. Now, I don't really have much to say about this, as well with, like, most of these bottom songs. It's cool, I guess. I don't really know. It was enjoyable. That's all I'll say. Coming in at 23rd place is the Drop Dyro remix, which I also gave a 7 out of 10. This track is, I feel like it's pretty fun, honestly. It's nothing super good, but it's fun to listen to. I'd listen to it if it came on. 22nd place is Steel by Pegboarders, which I gave a 7.5 out of 10. Now, actually, I've already made a video on this. I'm not gonna talk about it. Coming in at 21st place is the Drop Darren Styles remix, which I gave a 7.5 out of 10. And I really like this. The second drop is sort of stupid, but I really like the first drop, and it's definitely one of the better drop remixes. Coming in 20th place is Mirage, I think that's how you say it, by Rogue, which I gave a 7.5 out of 10. Now, this is just kind of common future bass, but since it's Rogue, it does, for some reason, just feel a little bit better than just normal future bass. I don't know why. I think Rogue just makes things better than they usually are. I don't know why. Coming in at 19th place, this is where I actually started to like stuff, I'd say, a decent amount. And it's Sleepy by Milk, which I gave an 8 out of 10. This track is really weird, but I love it. It's got good vocals, and I don't even know what you call that. Is that a drop? I don't know what it is. I love it, though. It's weird, funky, and fun, and I gave it an 8 out of 10. I don't blame you for her being one of your new favorite albums. I can't speak. Okay. Number 18 is Numb by Fowler, featuring whoever the hell's on that, and I gave it an 8 out of 10. This song feels very fast-paced, and I think it fits it, honestly. It's heavy, it has cool vocals, and it just keeps going, and it grabs your attention, unlike some other songs, like half of this list. And yeah, I just like it. I don't really have much to say. Coming in at 17 is AWA by Riot, which I also gave an 8 out of 10. That intro is amazing. That intro is just great. I don't really have much to say about that. Just it's a great intro. The drop is very heavy, unlike the Mob, which was my problem with the Mob. And I think this is definitely an improvement on the Mob. I really didn't like the Mob that much, but this is good. This is what I'd want in a Riot song. Coming in 16th place is Paradigm by Bad Computer, which I gave an 8.5 out of 10. And I feel like this really grew off me fast. The other Bad Computer songs I'd listen to like 30, 40 times before they even started to wear on me. And they were all so mysterious and fun to listen to. And then I'm just like, this is a song that exists by Bad Computer, and I think my main problem with this song, and why it's not like a 9.5, is that it doesn't really have the mysterious vibe that all the other Bad Computer songs have, and that's what I liked about them the most. And yeah, it's pretty good, but I just wish it had that mysterious vibe. Coming at 15th place is Time Well Spent by Luther, which I gave an 8.5 out of 10. This is definitely the weakest of his new 3 songs, but it isn't bad. The vocals are sort of okay. The instrumental's really nice, and I'd just say it's a nice laid-back summer song. Other than that, I don't have much to say. Number 14 is The Drop Stonebank remix, which I gave a 9 out of 10. Now, thank God this exists. Let's get a round of applause for Stonebank for making a remix that was good. Let's just give him a round of applause for that. He deserves it. He made a remix that was good. I don't really have much to say about it. It's a cool version of the original where it kind of makes this less screechy parts. The screechy parts less screechy. That's what I meant to say. And it was pretty great. I don't have much to say other than that. But it definitely delivered for a Stonebank remix. And speaking of another person who can make a good remix, give a round of applause for Slips and Slurs, who also made a good drop remix. You know, it's kind of sad that I have to give them a round of applause for making music, but it's whatever. Slips and Slurs remix was better in my opinion. It's really I don't know. It's just it's kind of like Stonebank's remix, but trap, and I like trap more than most of Stonebank's songs, so I can't really hate on it there. It's pretty great. 12th place is One Way Dream by Jay Cosmic, and I gave that a 9 out of 10. This song this is a nice song. This is a really happy song. I feel like he actually put something into the song and just wanted to make people happy. And that's a good thing for a song. And I think he succeeded with the song. Coming in 11th place is Eclipse, the Tainan remix, which I gave a 9 out of 10. And this is just so cool. I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is definitely the most... Out of all these remixes that I covered, this is the only one that is original in any way whatsoever. I like the Slippy and the Stonebank remixes. This is the only original one. The first drop reminds me of some sort of mash of Rave Rage, who is it? Rave Rage, I forgot his name. The Rave Rage Algo remix and the Noisia Divide and Conquer remix. It's just a weird mix of it. I like it. It's super heavy and sort of groovy. And then the second drop, I don't even know what that is. It's fucking awesome. That's what it is. This is actually original, and I like it. And the reason that's not only the reason it's ranking this high, it's also ranking this high because it's just great in general. Coming in 10th place is Oscar by Pegboard Nerds, and I'm not going to talk about the Pig Wizard songs because I already made a EP ranking. You already know how I feel about them. And speaking of Pig Nerds, coming in 9th place is Harpoon by Pig Nerds and Knife Party, which I also gave a 9 out of 10. Coming in at 8th place is The Right Type by Dion Timmer featuring... I don't even remember who was featuring on this. But I gave it a 9 out of 10, and it's actually just... It's great. I feel like this is what people heard when they heard Shiawase, because everyone's just like freaking out about how good it is, and I'm just like, I really like this one much more, and I don't really have much to say. It's just a nice little synth pop song with a great groove to it. Coming in at 7th place is Comeback by Falcon Funk and Boss Fight, which I also gave a 9 out of 10. I really, really, really like Glitch Hop, and this is Glitch Hop. And it's also Falcon Funk and Boss Fight, so it's just... If this didn't get it a 9 out of 10, it would be a disappointment. I don't really have much to say. Great song. 6th place is In Your Arms by Aobon featuring Ralph something, I don't remember his last name, which I gave a 9.5 out of 10. These vocals really grew on me, and plus it's an Aobon song. Aobon's been on fire lately. Like, he's great this year. It's just some nice groovy future house with a pretty good vocalist, and that's what I expect from Aobon, and that's what I got. So I'm happy. Coming in 5th place is Purple People Eater by Pig Nerds, which I gave a 9.5 out of 10. And coming in 4th place is Escape by Pegboard Nerds and Dion Timmer, which I gave a 9.5 out of 10. Now to get into my top 3. My top 3 is actually really good, and the only thing I'll remember when I look at this month other than the Full Hearts EP, honestly. Coming in 3rd place is Mern and Grant Fault, featuring I don't fucking know, someone, and I gave it a 9.7 out of 10. Vocals are on point, build-up is on point, and drop is on point. I mean, what else did you expect? It's fucking Mern and Grant. If they didn't make a good song, then the world would fucking explode. Like, I don't really know what to say here. They both make amazing future bass, and Mern makes amazing trap as well. And then they somehow combine that to make whatever genre that is. But I love it. Super catchy, and is just going to be stuck in my head for a while, like every Mern and Grant song. Now, the top 2 are polar opposites of each other, I'd say. Now, coming in 2nd place is Delta Heavy Exodus, which I gave a 10 out of 10. This track is so good. Like, I really usually don't like Delta Heavy stuff, if I'm being completely honest with you. White Flag is their best, and the rest of their stuff is very okay or meh to me. But this is just a straight banger. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. The build-up's great, the vocal thingy is great, and then it just goes into the heaviest Delta Heavy drop there's ever been. It's so good. Like, I don't even know what to say. This is like, if you don't bang your head to this, what are you doing? Like, this is what I want when I'm thinking of dubstep and D&B and like heavy stuff like that. It's just god tier. Definitely one of my favorite songs this year. And coming in 1st place is Forward by Dumu, featuring Amiya, I believe, which I gave a 10 out of 10. And would you believe it or not, a song has meaning. I like a great dubstep song or a heavy song as much as the next guy, but when a song is actually good, has a great drop, and has some sort of meaning, I like it much more. And this track is just that. It's just perfect. Okay, I don't really have much to say. It's just perfection. And it might be my favorite song this year. Now, I'm glad these last, 19 songs existed, because if it weren't... I'd say if, 6 of the last 19 songs didn't exist this month, would have probably been, one of my least favorite months on Monstercat ever. But at the same time, with this month being the least consistent month of probably all time, it also had some very, very good songs. Overall, this was the worst month of this year, but it was very unpredictable, and yeah, that's all I really have to say. And the Zax remix is the worst thing I've ever heard, and Forward is perfection. Alright. I'll see y'all next time.